हेलो बच्चों, गुड मॉर्निंग. So today we are going to start the new chapter of geometry, that is congruency. This chapter is very interesting, right? In congruency, just look these shapes. If this is a triangle, or this is a circle, right? If radius, this is the radius of the circle, if both are r, and if you take this and if you put this circle over this circle, and if it covers the whole circle, right? So it means they both are congruent. So congruency means if they are same in size and shape. So it means they are congruent. So these two triangles, they are congruent. These two circles, they are congruent. If we are talking about this square, right? So no, they are congruent, right? When their shape and size, they all are equal, right? So, or if you are talking about the rectangle, suppose you are having two books and they both are of same size, right? Or like the bricks you are seeing. So bricks are also having the same size. If you put one brick over another brick, it covers the first brick, right? Like this palm. So they are also congruent, right? So this is the basic of congruency. And this way means how we are comparing these two figures, means this figure triangle, this and this rectangle and square, they are known as superposition, right? So this is the basic of congruency. But in this chapter we have to study the congruency of triangle. So there are different types, so that we can tell that two given triangles are congruent. So actually you have to study 4 types by which you can say that a given triangle is congruent. First is side and side congruency. Second one is side angle side congruency. Third one is angle side angle congruency, and fourth one is right means right angle hypotenuse and side congruency, right? So you can say that this side you can say it as SSS congruency. This side angle side is known as SAS congruency. This angle side angle is known as ASA congruency, and this right angle hypotenuse and side is known as RHS congruency. So these are the 4 types of congruency you have to study at this standard, means in class 7th. So we are going to discuss one by one each, and also simultaneously we'll solve the questions of the exercise, right? So first one is side congruency. So we know that in triangle is what? It is a closed figure which is made up of 3 sides. So suppose this is one triangle and this is another triangle. This triangle is ABC, and if this is PQ and R. So we are talking about side and side. So if we are talking about in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, if AB is equal to PQ, this side is equal to this side, it is given, suppose it is given, and AC is equal to PR, this AC is equal to PR, and BC is equal to QR, this BC is equal to QR, right? So side. So you can say that triangle ABC is congruent. This is the sign of congruency. Congruent to triangle PQR. Right? So this is the way you have to prove that these two given triangles are congruent. Now, on this congruency, we are going to discuss the question of the exercise. Yes, question number 7. So question number 7 of the exercise, exercise is 16. Question number 7. The figure is something like this. It is given that AD is equal to AB and CD is equal to CB. We have to prove that these two triangles, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. So this is question number 7 of exercise 16. Right? So here in triangle ABC and triangle ADC, what is given? It is given that AB is equal to AD. It is given in the question, right? Next one, which is given as BC is equal to CD or DC. So BC is equal to DC. It is also given. And you can see that if you cover this part, you are having AC for this triangle. This is the base, right? and if you cover this part, you're also having AC. So AC is common in both the triangles. So you can say that AC is equal to what? AC. Why? Because this is common. So we can say that these three sides. So by first type of congruency, side, you can say that this triangle is congruent to this triangle. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC, and this thing you have to prove it. Now come to second type of congruency, that is side angle side. Second type of congruency is side angle side. So in this congruency, if two triangles are given, and if it is A, B and C, this is P, Q and R, and if it is given like this, AB is equal to PQ, AC is equal to PR, and this angle A is equal to angle P. So here one important thing you have to remember always for proving this congruency method, angle must be included. This angle must be included angle. Included means between these two sides. You cannot take this angle, right? If you have taken these two sides, you cannot take this and this angle, because this angle is not included. So you have to take it, the included angle, right? This is the very important point. So if this pattern is given, means two sides of respective triangles are given and one included angle is given, and if they are equal, you can say that these two triangles are congruent, right? So if we are talking about triangle ABC and triangle PQR, if it is given as AB is equal to PQ and AC is equal to PR and angle A is equal to angle P, so by SAS property you can write this to above, right? So it is not necessary to follow the pattern like this, side angle side. You can write either of the thing above or below, right? So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So this thing you have to remember, that this angle must be included. Now come to the question. So for this, we have to search the question. Actually, no question is given. So come to third part of this. Third part of this congruency. Third one is angle, side and angle congruency. You can write it as ASA. So like we have just done the second type, that is SAS, right? Side angle side. So for this case here two angles are given and one side is given, so it means this side must be included. This side must be included, right? So if two triangles are given and if this angle ABC, PQR, if angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and this side is also equal, means AB is equal to PQ. So you can say that these two triangles are congruent. Now come to the last fourth type, that is RHS, and after that we will discuss the questions. So fourth type is RHS, and the abbreviation of this is right angle hypotenuse and side. So right angle means we are talking about right angle triangle. This is right angle triangle, suppose, right? So right angle triangle, if this is A, B and C, P, Q and R, here two triangles are given, triangle ABC and PQR, and they are right angled at B and Q. So if angle B is 90 degree, B is equal to angle Q with Y because they are 90. Hypotenuse AC is equal to PR, and this is what? Hypotenuse. And one angle is, suppose one side is, if they can give this AC and PQ, you can take it, or BC and QR. So suppose BC and QR is also given. BC and QR, they are equal. Right, this is the side. So by this you can say that by RHS they are congruent. So this is the four type by which you can prove that two triangles are congruent. So first one is side congruency, second one is side angle side congruency, third one is angle side angle congruency, and fourth one is right angle hypotenuse and side congruency. Now come to questions of the exercise. Come to question number 3. In question number 2, actually, the two figures are given and you have to tell that by which property they are congruent. Right, so first part of question number 2, here two sides are given, right? ABC and DEF are the triangles, or EDF you can take it, right? So here AC is equal to DE, it is given, and CB is equal to EF, it is given, and angle C is equal to angle E. So you can say that by side angle side congruency, right? Because two sides are given and one included angle is given. So SAS property, they are congruent. Second one is RHS because it is given as right angle triangle. In third, they are side, three sides are given. In fourth, two angles and one included side is given, so angle side angle. And in fifth part you can say that Here three angles are equal, right? So it means you can say that two angle or one side you can take it. Included side means this side AC you can take it because this is common. So angle BAC is equal to angle DAC and BCA is equal to DCA and side AC is equal. So two angles and one side. So side angle side property, you can say that they are congruent. Now come to question number 3. In question number 3, in the first figure, it is given that this is P, this is O, this is L, this is M. Here PL is perpendicular to this OA and this PM is perpendicular to B, and here it is given that PL is equal to PM. So by RHS you can prove that, because here right angle is given, hypotenuse is common. If we are talking about triangle OLP and triangle OMP, right? This OLP and OMP triangle, it is given that angle L is equal to angle M. Why? Because they are 90. LP is equal to PM, it is also given, and OP is equal to OP, it is common, and this is also, you can see that this is hypotenuse. So by RHS you can say that these two triangles OLP is congruent to triangle OMP. By RHS congruency. So this property or congruency you have to write, right? By which property you have proven that these two triangles are congruent. So by the same way you can do it for second part. In the figure 2, means in the question number 4, they were asking AD is equal to BC. Actually they have given the parallelogram and AD is also parallel to BC. If AB is equal to DC, give the reason in support of your answer. So what you have to do is that you have to prove it that these two triangles are congruent. If you prove it, then you can say that all the other sides are equal. So by congruency you can prove it, and the reason you can take it as AD is equal to BC, they have given, and they are parallel, and if they are parallel you can say that angle BCA is equal to angle DAC, right? So one side and side AC is common, so two side and one included angle. So SAS property, you can say that these two triangles are congruent, and after that you can say that AB is equal to CD or DC, right? By CPCT, congruent part of, common part of congruent triangle. In question number 5, in the adjoining figure, it is given as this is the figure actually, something like this. You have to prove that these two triangles A, B, C and D they are congruent. So by SAS property you can say that these two triangles are congruent, because if we are talking about ADC, ADB and ADC, here AB is equal to AC and BD is equal to CD, right? And this AD is common. So AD is equal to AD, you can say that, right? So by three sides, SAS property, you can say that they are congruent to each other. And you also have to prove that ADB is equal to ADC angle, and that is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so I am going to prove this question. This is question number 5. So in triangle ADB and triangle ADC, you can say that AB is equal to AC. It is what? Given. Right? It is given. BD is equal to DC. It is also given. And AD is equal to AD. Why? Because it is common. So triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. By which property? SSS. Right? After proving the congruency, what you have to do is, you can say that means all the angles are equal, respective angles are equal. So it means angle B is equal to angle C, and angle BAD is also equal to angle CAD, and angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. Right? Angle ADC is equal to angle ADB, and that is equal to 90 degree. You have to prove it. Alright? So look, if we are talking about, if I erase this part, you can see that this is a straight line. At this point this line has made two angles, right? Means they are making a linear pair of angle. So you can say that angle ADB plus angle ADC is equal to what? 180 degree. But you have just proven that ADB and ADC both are equal. So you can take it as angle ADB plus angle ADB. On the place of ADC, you can write angle ADB is equal to 180 degree. So twice of angle ADB is equal to what? 180 degree. It implies that angle ADB is equal to 180 degree divided by 2, that is 90 degree. So if one angle is 90 degree, another must be 90. So if this is 90, so this is 90. So we have proven that angle ADB is equal to angle ABD is equal to 90 degree. So this was the first part. Now come to second part. BAD is equal to CAD, BAD is equal to CAD, we have proved it, right? So both the parts we have proved it. So after proving the congruency, what the things they were asking, you can simply write it as these, all the things are equal by CPCT. Common part of congruent triangle, right? You know that this is the congruency, right? So congruency means if they are equal in same, means they must be of same size and same shape. So it means all the respective sides are equal, all the respective angles are equal. So that is why we will write all the things are equal after proving the congruency. Come to question number 6. In question number 6, you have to prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So first you have to prove it that these two triangles are congruent, and after that by CPCT you can say that these two triangles, means this triangle is isosceles. The triangle, the figure is given like this. This is A, B, D, C. Right? It is given that they are equal. This is 90. So what you have to do is, you have taken by into triangles. Triangle, just take a triangle ADB and triangle ADC. So this angle is equal to this angle, right? These two angles are 90, so they are equal, and this side is common. So angle side angle, by SAS property you can say that these two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, all the other things are equal. So it means BD is equal to DC. It means this side AB is equal to this side. This angle, these two angles, they all are equal. So by this way you can prove it. Now come to question number 7. Question number 7 we have done it. Question number 8. In question number 8, the figure is like this. The figure is like this. They are given. PA and they are perpendicular. PA is equal to QB. It is given. This is also given. So what you have to do, by RHS property you have to prove it. This is A, this is P, this is B, this is O, this is Q. So they are perpendicular, means these two angles are equal. In both the triangles, what you have to do, this side and this hypotenuse is also equal. Why? Because these two angles are 90, so it means they are also equal. You can say that. So PO is equal to OQ. One thing, because they are hypotenuse. This angle, they are 90. This side, it is given. So by RHS property, you can say that these two triangles are congruent. If they are congruent, it means OA is equal to OB. Right? Come to question number 9. In this figure also, you have to prove that these two triangles are which triangle? A triangle, this is A, B, C and D, right? So now we are talking about triangle A, B, C and triangle DCB. So if you separated these two triangles, you will get like this figure. You will get figure like this. And something like this figure you are getting. This is B, this is also B, this is C, this is C, this is A and this is D. These two angles are 90, right? If you separate these two triangles, you will get like this. There is no need of making this triangle, right? I am just making it so that you can simply understand. So now it is given that these two sides, means side AC and side BD, they are equal. Angle A, angle D, they are equal. These two sides are equal, and this BC is common. You can also say that they are hypotenuse. So by RHS property, you can say that these two triangles are congruent. This thing you have to do it. This is a good question, right? You have to practice it. Now come to question number 10. In question number 10, in the adjoining figure, ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. This triangle is an isosceles triangle. A, B, C, E and F. It is given that AB is equal to AC. This is question number 10. And E and F are the midpoints, right? So it means they are equal and they are equal. And you can say that if they are equal, so it means these two others are also equal. So prove that BE, we have to prove it. BE is equal to CF. So BE is equal to CF. So we know that if triangle ABC is isosceles, it means AB is equal to AC. If AB is equal to AC, it means angle B is equal to angle C, right? Now come to triangles, triangle BFC and triangle CEB. This triangle I'm talking about, this one and this one, right? So if you separate it like the earlier question, we have separated because we were having this type of figure, right? So if you separate these two triangles, you will left with this one BFC and CEB, right? So you know that this line is common, this side is common, so BC is equal to BC, right? This is common, and BF is equal to CE, it is given. And one more thing, angle B is equal to angle C, right? Why? Because angles of isosceles triangle. So by side angle side, both the triangles BFC is congruent to triangle CEB. By which property? By side angle is included. So if they are congruent, it means you can say that BE is equal to CF by CPCT, right? So by the same way, you have to prove it. Question number 11. This question is also exactly same actually, right? But one more thing is given that P and Q, they are the points only. They are not the midpoints. Actually, it is given that AP is equal to AQ. They are given, and it is also given that AB is equal to AC. So you can write AB as AP plus PB, and AC as AQ plus QC, and AP and AQ is equal. So you can eliminate it. So it means BP is equal to QC, and angle BC equal, BC is common. So by this you can prove it by the same way. Question number 12. They have extended, right? So this is also an isosceles triangle. Here BE and CD, you have to prove that, and BD and C, they have given that they are equal. So here the angle which is equal, angle ABE and angle ACD, they are equal, right? Like the earlier two questions 10 and 11 we have done it. So this way you have to do this question. And in question number 13, they are given the figure. They have given the figure actually. So what you have to do is, two sides are given. AB is equal to AC, they are given. BD is equal to CD, they are given. So you have to take two triangles ABD and ACD, right? AD is common. So by side you can prove it. So if you prove it that they are congruent to each other, it means all the other things are easily you can prove it, right? You can equalize all the other things. So they are saying that prove that AD bisect angle A and D. So you can say that if these two triangles are equal, so you can say that BAD is equal to CAD and BDA is equal to CDA, right? So it means this line is bisecting. Other questions, just solve it by yourself. We have also discussed these questions in the class, right? So now we have completed this congruency part. So one thing you have to do it, just practice the questions repeatedly, right? And if you feel any problem in any question of the congruency, just let me know, right? We'll discuss it. So till then, please practice mathematics, solve questions, and stay safe and stay home. Thank you very much. Bye bye.